Hey guys, how are ya? My name is Sound of a Gap and this is Mass Effect Andromeda. And we're back with Capote and his adventures in the Andromeda galaxy. But before we continue, let's take a look at what happened previously.
Hot drop in 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
Holy.
Cool.
Move inside, Pathfinder. We'll hold the line out here. Keep them off the Hyperion. You take this to the Archon.
All hands brace! And it's been an honor to serve.
That's what seatbelts are for.
It arrives. This attempt to rival me is no longer amusing, Pathfinder. I will transcend what you pretend to be.
You're out of time. I've matched you every step. You failed, Archon. You're the pretender.
You learn by accident. I am the genetic inheritor of 1,000 species. No more mercy. Kill them all.
Who's he talking to? Do you wanna fight? Okay, now let's go. Mission accomplished.
Smile for the camera, babe. Sam's broadcasting. Everyone's watching. They all want a nice big close-up of the hero who single-handedly saved the galaxy.
And what do you want? The whole cluster did this. It was a team effort. I guess I'd save the day. Nah, it was a team effort. Definitely. Shit. He's still alive. Damn it. Should have killed him. And here's where Capote's adventure continues. Ah, back on the Nexus.
Hey, Sarah.
I'm getting too used to this. How long?
Weeks. Relax. You haven't missed much.
The Ark and the Sleepers, they're safe in the sphere?
Safe, sound, and permanent.
You better like where we parked. Because it's home now. The Sleepers wake to an amazing view.
We did it, Dad. What about your implant and Sam?
I am once again helping the Pathfinder activate Remnant. Our connection has been restored to normal.
Normal. You need him again?
Let's go for doing it alone hurts too much.
I'll take the help. I was turning my brain inside out.
That is exceptionally inaccurate.
Well, it felt like it. Didn't it, Sarah?
The Nexus leaders are waiting, Pathfinder.
Okay.
Duty calls. Better not keep them waiting.
It never ends.
Confront the Rurka leader? What? That's been done for ages. You've gained 1 cryopod point, okay. Talk to your squad and crew. Alright.
The decision isn't yours. Neither is it yours. That is the point, isn't it? Pathfinder, you're late.
Can't I just get 1 day off, guys?
Save the cluster, straight back to work. I get it.
It must seem like that, but this wouldn't be possible without you.
As outposts become colonies, the cluster needs its own voice, a true council. And while I maintain that it is premature, we must nominate an interim ambassador to represent concerns outside the Nexus. Or rather, you must nominate.
And what is this position about?
Interim ambassador? To what and for who?
To the Nexus. The eventual goal was always a galactic council, but Meridian has accelerated concerns.
An Ark has landed. The vaults may make outposts self-sufficient, and we can't claim to represent a sovereign Angara. An interim ambassador would represent concerns outside the Nexus, until elections when we can all step aside.
At the appropriate time.
I'm for a vote.
If this person is supposed to represent people, shouldn't the people have a say?
That is precisely why we need
Huh?
your backing.
We can't impose a vote on the Angara. Or even Kadara. Eladin? Won't happen.
But you've acted for everyone. If you endorse a name, some may disagree, but they will trust it as a starting point.
Someone to speak for Helios.
I put forward Pathfinder Reka. I'd suggest you, but someone might think you killed the Archon to elevate yourself. We can't allow the
True.
abuse of that. But Reka keeps the position and timeline in the Nexus family.
Okay. The Moshai? Nah, I'm not for the Moshai. Outpost leader Bradley? Reka's actually not bad. We could give the Krogan a voice. Nah, I like Reka. She's stable, yeah.
Meridian doesn't mean done. Catter's still out there. A Pathfinder is the obvious choice for stability. For us.
But hardly the empowering one.
Same old bullshit.
So... okay. What if we go for Krogan?
If we want stability, maybe we should ensure the Krogan stay. What if it was Morta?
You are out of your mind.
It's definitely unorthodox.
Okay. What about Outpost leader?
It feels like the original intent was to give that voice to the outposts. August Bradley's a proven leader.
On a considerably smaller scale.
He's kept Eos relatively stable, despite no militia
That's true.
presence.
And what's... okay, let's talk about the Moshai.
The Angara need to help define the process. It's their right. Plus, the Moshai would help solidify relations.
We're already partnered, thanks to your efforts against the Rokar.
All the more reason to focus on our own issues.
Okay. Then... I'm going for Bradley. Because if I go for Reka, Cash and the others won't like it. If I go for Morda, nobody would like that. She already has a big role. Let's go for Bradley.
This representative should be one of the people actually doing the work. First outpost, first ambassador. Bradley's my choice.
Safe enough. Nothing disruptive from Meridian's opening day.
Something by the book.
Oh, is it? Really?
Sarah is feeling
You
better.
should shut up.
Good.
And you
The
should
decision making,
retire.
Policy and protocol, that's not what your victory was about. There's more to life than this.
You're the one to say. I don't like her whatsoever. Okay, so now let's talk to our guys.
Ryder, enjoying the fruits of your labor?
Thank
You
you.
deserve it.
Thanks, Callow.
The Tempest is getting some much-needed service. I was underfoot, apparently. But I wouldn't miss the big day. Meridian looks so different out of the cockpit. I think I understand better why you do what you do.
Me too.
Finding Meridian crystallized a lot of things about being a Pathfinder.
I expect many around here are thinking about their own potential. I don't pretend to understand everything, but Meridian must have opened a lot of doors. Not all of them safe. I want you to know that it'll be my privilege to keep flying you to them.
Thanks.
It means a lot that you want to stick with us, Callow.
Of course. And keeping my ship is a plus. The Tempest will be pristine by the time you're ready to go. Just point the way.
Wait a second, you said your ship. It is my ship. I'm the Pathfinder. You are just the pilot. So, back off. Alright. Darla was Hyperion? What?
Up straight, everyone. This is the guest of honor.
Like you have to tell anyone that.
Hunter, this is our opening. Let there be some sense of ceremony.
As I was about to say, hello, Pathfinder. I am Chief of Operations, Iora Pile.
Second Wave Placements Officer, Darla Vas Hyperion.
Hunter Carey. Reconstruction.
Okay. Let's go for second wave.
This is the first I've heard of the term second wave.
It isn't literal. There have been several groups deployed for outposts. Second wave is about the staged evolution of the initiative.
First wave out of cryo, structural support and generalists. Food and fences. Second wave is organizational. Less generalists, more specialists.
More paperwork.
It's needed to rapidly advance. I'm not spending a generation on the range.
Placement officer?
Darla Voss Hyperion. Placements officer?
As our developments in the cluster grow more sophisticated, proper matching of sleeper and assignment will be vital. My mission is to ensure compatibility and fulfillment.
When are you changing your name to Voss Hyperion?
I keep Vas Hyperion to honor the ship that brought us here, as my godparents would want.
Just saying we're staying.
Please forgive Hunter.
Yeah, seems like it. Okay, Chief of Operations.
Ayora Pillay, you're in charge of Meridian?
That's a big statement. I will oversee the operations and establishment of our port. Exploration and study of the interesting substructure will be handled by Initiative R&D. I'm told that may take lifetimes. We'll ensure that we have them. That's what I'm
Okay, and reconstruction.
Hunter Kelly, can I get some clarification on reconstruction?
Sure thing. I'm tasked with turning this once proud vessel into the future proud human capital.
It's more complicated than that.
No, it's a structural and organizational nightmare. Which is job security. It's perfect. Come back in a year. This'll be a galactic hub. You won't know where the Hyperion ends and Meridian
Okay, glad to meet you all, guys.
Sounds like Meridian is in good hands.
I can only read the reports of how you brought us this opportunity, but rest assured, we will not waste it.
Yes. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Aye, what they say.
Okay, so who else can we talk to?
But they were right about Pathfinders.
A memorial, let's take a look at that.
Arc Hyperion, departed Milky Way 2185, arrived Andromeda 2819. Current status recorded as Meridian.
Well, narrator guy is getting work.
Please select a topic.
Okay, let's start with Meridian integration.
The transformation of Arc Hyperion into Port Meridian continues both above and below the surface. This includes the planned integration of Initiative and Remnant technologies, pending further research. Port Meridian is currently powered by repurposed Tantalus drive cores, which require the frequent discharge of static energy. This causes a unique visual phenomena during Meridian's night cycle that has been dubbed Aurora Meridiani.
Okay. Hyperion decommissioning.
While decommissioned as a vessel, the superstructure silhouette of Arc Hyperion will be maintained in perpetuity. All internal structures are being adapted for sleeper deployment and future industrial and residential development. These internal structures have been designated as Port Meridian.
Defense and landing.
The Hyperion was shepherded to its resting place by a coalition of allies who stood as one against the Ket Archon. Pathfinder Riders spearheaded the defense, and remains assigned to Arc Hyperion despite its reclassification. Landing Day has been proposed as a cluster-wide holiday. Status
Okay,
pending.
and memorial to the lost.
Arc Hyperion has been declared a monument to those who lost their lives in service of the Initiative. A plaque has been placed at the highest point of the Hyperion superstructure. It reads, "We turned our backs upon a dwindling star to chase a dawn beyond our childhood's end."
Okay. So, email terminal, don't care about. Actually, should take a look. Oh. Okay. Let's start from the top. Interfacing long-term damage from Dr. Harry Carlyle. The ability to activate remnant technology without the SAM is an amazing adaptation, but the Ryder siblings have worked that muscle very hard in a limited time. Sam reports that at least in the Pathfinder's case, normal brain function has not been affected. However, we can observe scarring on the occipital lobe and hippocampus. This fits with assumptions about remnant. Interocular transfer and long-term memory. There are also stress markers throughout the corpus callosum, suggesting remnant activation requires some deviation from cooperative hemispheric function. I'm not going there in this report. The split brain business has always skeeved me out. Recommendations, ongoing monitoring of the Ryder siblings, restriction of remnant interfacing unless Sam assists. This was one hell of a Hail Mary, and we all got lucky. Let's not push it. Notes to shut 10 up. Number 1. What did the Archon actually do, and will it kill us? Please summarize this in a form that Director Tan can easily digest. I'd like him off my ass at our earliest convenience. We are examining everything, including the Archon's eye, his Omni-tool equivalent. Many functions remain unknown and seem specific to exaltation. Forwarded to genetics, Krogan, it appeared to allow the Archon to externally manipulate the SAM connection, but it's unclear how useful the Archon's own data will be. He clearly wasn't aware how difficult it would be to attempt to interface with Meridian. Despite observing the hemorrhaging the Pathfinder suffered while interfacing with far smaller remnant elements. The data from SAM suggests the Archon managed to poke some form of maintenance protocol. The remnant that he summoned were enacting some form of corrupted cleaning behavior. The architect was itself in some state of construction disrepair. As for Meridian's activation, that was not the Archon. The simplest analogy is that touching any system was akin to approaching a motion-detecting light. As soon ships approached, Meridian began to transition out of dormancy. Part 2. Continued. Could Meridian be weaponized? Technically, anything can be weaponized if you throw it hard enough. Note, do not say that to Tan. We are getting into who are the Jordan and what did they intend. Territory. Signs point to Meridian being a live lab, or a seed world, and that includes aggressive terraforming through networked vaults. This could be dangerous, but while it is tempting to look at the purge state of vaults and wonder if that could be turned into a planet-wide event, we've seen no evidence of that capability. Do not send the below section to Tan, not helpful. Some pedant says that ever since the 2037 outbreak on Earth, every military-run human lab has had protocols for emergency sterilization of facilities. Solarians have similar fail-safes, again, in military facilities. Has anyone asked whether the Meridian Sphere and connected vaults were considered civilian enterprises? We know that the Scourge was a weapon and that the Jordan were deliberately targeted, but we have no indication why. Seems like we'd want to know that. Angara showing affinity. Useful? ? We've already hosted multiple Angaran factional heads. Separate concerns have been logged for 2 of these. Panel Project and Aya 1. We are making liberal use of their expertise. It's possible that some of Meridian was designed for them to access. They can't, of course, but they have been no end of help about adapting our technology to integrate somewhat into the Meridian power structure. The Angara welcome any success, and we are glad to host it. No doubt some of them are interested in their connection to the Jordan. It's jarring enough to have a creator, but one that was here only centuries ago? I'd be all over this place. Angara showing affinity alert. Okay, we have 2 speakers. Speaker 1. The revelations on Haval are problematic. We have never encountered a species designed to pass information through their genetics, nor do we know the limits of this function. If they retain information, can we access it? Maybe the Angara can. Remember how to work Meridian? That isn't the right question. If they can retain information, can they also receive it? Receive instruction? Have they already? Well, that's just, you mean sleeper agents? Shut that off and wipe. Okay. Interfacing budgeting request. As of today, the Ryder siblings are still the only people able to directly interface with Remnant, and only the SAM connection allows the Pathfinder to do it without damage. It is a self-limiting adaptation, but there was a time when there was only one human biotic, and the mistake of the day was to say she was the only one rather than the first. This ability is demonstrably trainable. We must assume that, like biotics, it is something that can be assisted and will spread in future. To avoid the violence of Subject White and to avoid the mistakes of BAAT training at Gagarin, we must begin preparations now. We live inside a machine made by aliens we can't comprehend. The next person to control a remnant cannot be an accident. Welcome to New Zero. Let's be ready. Autopsy and handling, subject Archon. Oh, that could be interesting. Species cat. Age unknown. Cause of death. The jokes will cease. The cause of death is not Pathfinder. Oh, okay. I may be second wave and didn't see the fight, but there are no monsters in my morgue. This being will be afforded the respect of our profession, especially since the cause of death could have direct consequences should our Pathfinder continue to manipulate Remnant or others seek training in their use. Oops. While the structures of the cat brain are unknown in purpose and perhaps design, the damage to tissue is obvious. When the devices of Meridian were denied an external power source, they in part drew from the Archon's own augmentations. This repeated search and transfer inflicted internal burns and shockingly lacerations. However, it is my opinion that these injuries while severe, were survivable. I say this because I have personal history with treatment of biotics who have strained too far and damaged themselves. The fatal element here is different. The use of Remnant is not just a physical strain. It seems to draw some part of the mind into the manipulated element, a division on consciousness. I am in theoretical territory here, but this is my analysis. The Archon overextended his faculties within Meridian. When the Pathfinder took control of the power, the Archon was not just depowered, he was, for lack of a better term, severed from himself. I need more time with the Archon's remains and dedicated facilities. A full team. The study of this one being could last lifetimes. Okay. So, there's Cora.
Thank you, Pathfinder. You're why we're here.
This is what I expected.
Sloane.
If you're expecting a pat on the back, you're going to be disappointed.
No, I'm not hugging her. Actually, I could antagonize her just by doing that. Okay, come on, let's hug it out.
Alright, I'll settle for a hug.
How does your plan?
Some people find me endearing. Charming, even.
More like insufferable. But you do get results.
That was dangerously close to a pat on the back.
You're hearing things.
Okay. Cora, let's talk.
Hey, Ryder. How's Sara?
Much better.
There might be 2 Ryders around soon. Imagine. The Hyperion's forming scientific teams. Gotta start studying what we have. I may have helped.
Oh, of course you did.
It's what you do. Meridian won't know what hit it.
And we should think about what's next. This is a new cradle for humanity. That's a big idea. Bigger than I'd imagined. So maybe building those teams was smart. Small steps to understand all this. Until we're at the top of the mountain.
And seeing the next horizon.
Can't deny it. I'm game for more. With so much power in our hands, you think it'll be okay?
Let's find out.
Cora, sometimes you just have to leap out there and see where it takes you.
Yeah? I guess you do. Whatever happens, you gave everyone an incredible gift. Nice job, Pathfinder.
Thank you. Who else wants to talk? Ja!
I don't know if I should have come. I left so much.
So this is how you all party, hmm? Pretty tame, but don't tell the host I said that. Meridian is amazing, though. You accomplished the inconceivable. I'm grateful to be part of it.
Me too.
No, I'm grateful. I couldn't have asked for a better team. We created this together.
And exactly what it is, what it may become. I can't even imagine. To think that When we met, the Angara and your initiative struggled to find trust.
The way we arrived on Aya was over the top. You know, uninvited and on fire.
Agreed.
Guess it worked out okay.
Ryder, the Angara will never forget how you saved the Moshai. But more than that, we'll never forget how you fought the Ket beside us. How we destroyed the Archon. Meridian is a new beginning for your people and mine.
Happily ever after. Yeah.
Together.
It's like a fairy tale. Do you have those? Where everyone walks off into the sunset holding hands?
At a time like this, I think it's strange that you can't resist making a joke.
I can't, so. Jarl, our people...
Actually, I kind of like it.
Okay. Cool. Next one.
I don't know if I should have come.
Liam.
Pathfinder, kept a seat for you in your planet. That's not getting less weird. About time Meridian got a proper grand opening. We all need this. Heard Sara woke up. How's she doing?
Healthy and difficult.
She'd be angry if I said anything but great. Which means... great.
Stubborn as hell. I hear it runs in the family. Hey, know who I just talked to? A second wave technician, fresh out of cryo. Just had his first sunrise in Andromeda. He couldn't stop crying.
Just him?
Must be something going around. Maybe you're a carrier. It's really feeling like home, you know? Finally. They haven't given you 5 minutes alone since the fight. Have you had a chance to...
Not yet, nah. Details are overwhelming. I can't stop smiling. Yeah, we go for that.
Sometimes I just stare out the window, thinking, we did it. It's hard to believe.
I feel you. Just ground under our feet, knowing it's ours. I can't wait for more people to wake up. Enjoy it, Pathfinder Rider. Tomorrow, back on the job.
I still haven't had a day off. So, next one. Vetra and Sid.
So, Tan says he's gonna let me stick around and help with the... Hey, Ryder.
Gossip?
What's the word on the street?
Ryder saves the day, Pathfinder of the century. You know, the usual.
Still?
Get used to it. They're gonna name things after you when you die, and probably even before. So we heading out again soon?
Oh, she's all grown up, leaving home, doesn't need me anymore.
That'll be the day. We'll handle my deals on this end while I'm gone.
Yeah. It's a silly collusion.
Seeing you two in cahoots makes me all misty.
You know this is your fault, right? Helping us along? Helios has really turned into the fresh start I wanted. In so many ways. And now with Meridian, we're really going to make this place ours. I can't wait. You know where to find me when you're ready. How's things?
That's a new one. A signal. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, calm down. There's something. It's been bounced. Who knows how many times, and it's patchy as hell. But I know an ARC signature when I see it. ARC Kilasia. It's out there, it's damaged or something. I've put probes out, but with a scourge, who knows where it is. I'm logging everything, and I mean everything. If a spitbug burps on EOS, I'm parsing it. Because the worst thing, the signal isn't a distress call, it's a warning. Resource deficit trackers, question mark? By Moses. This is an official complaint. Edison can stop the reports, but I know what I know, and the long-range scans show it. The resource deficit isn't some outlaw shooting up our ships. The reason they are all through and reporting no losses is because it's auto-enacted skimming. An emergency drop triggered by backdoor codes. The good director can swear up and down that no trackers were deployed. But they are out there, and they will be targeting wherever we work the hardest. Exogeostudies and planetary detection. The Scourge continues to defy our best efforts to see through it without costly physical force. Flying blind is not viable, despite the continued reassurance that only remnant drive systems act as attractors to the charged energies within. Until we understand the full mechanism of this weapon, and we must remember that it is a weapon, we need other means of navigating it. Governor Shi has been especially forthcoming in the weeks following the claiming of Meridian. We have received additional data about Scourge eddies that has allowed deeper scans. It has hinted at the reason why the Angara were reluctant to provide such information. Additional planetary systems and, I presume, additional Angaran colonies. I must repeat that it is only a hint, and that I've assured Shi that my concerns are purely navigational, but given the aggression of even the remaining cat, I can't fault her caution. Long-range comet studies. Subject persistent celestial events. As we wake more specialists and focus on traditional astronomical studies, we are tracking several unique phenomena throughout the cluster. The Scourge continues to mask long-range mapping, but in this case, it's actually helped. We are tracking a group of comets with peculiar mass signatures, suggesting they are exceptionally high in pure precious ores. In fact, Alphonse has nicknamed them the Precious Few. We don't have many ships with the speed to approach, but observations would be valuable in every sense. Comet Tamokos Arrow, Revolver, Jim Dandy, Dawnstar, and Tallulah. Alright. You wanted to talk? Spec Rin G?
So glad you're up and around. I have important news for you.
There always is.
Yes, discoveries every day, but this is something we've been waiting for. Listen.
Static. I'll get it.
So, white noise?
Sorry, Sam. Active filtering. Initiative Protocol Alpha Alpha to the screen.
Protocol what?
Processing.
Repeating. This is the Ark Kira. The situation is not under control. Note and avoid until further update. Repeating.
Is that?
The Quarian Ark. And Elcor, Drell, Volus? Hanar, I think. That's some delicate business, putting Hanar in stasis. Point is, they're still out there. The Keela Sia wasn't destroyed.
Are you really sure?
It's patchy. And there's no traceable vector, I assume?
It bounced through the Scourge. I've doubled long-range probes, but...
That's not a distress call. It's a warning to keep away from... wherever they are.
Whatever's happening, they don't want to be found yet. We have to trust their Pathfinder.
All we can do is wait.
Okay. Track!
How's things?
Kid. Sorry.
That's
right.
fine, you can call me kid. You are... light years old. Although it's a distance.
You can call me kid. It's kind of nice, actually.
I won't tell anyone you said that, kid. This place is something else.
That's a start.
It's just another starting line. Where we go from here is on us.
Well, damn, you were listening to me after all.
Through all the creaking of your old
I sent out what's left of the Macmore scouts. Nearly drowned me in reports until I pointed them at Tan. Told him to be extra wordy just for him.
He'll love that.
He wanted the job, he can have the reports. It's not over, you know. There'll be more Ket and whatever else is waiting out there.
We will still have an adventure.
I know, right? It's going to be so much fun.
Nice. Datapad. The Machine of Life for Nexus Technical Record. Jordan Language Study Reporting... whatever. We are beginning to suss out operational files, but identifying is different than understanding. Are we sure we should poke this thing? I'm starting to think even the Jordan were concerned about Meridian. By Meridian.
Even these Jordan were surprised at what they created.
It is not uncommon for a creator to be surpassed by their creation.
Couldn't anyone else have said that? Ryder,
No. That's the way to the Tempest. Okay. Let's start with... Yeah. Damn, she said hi. I have to talk to her first. After the datapad. Future potential and protocol. Jardin technology remains inscrutable. We can't even determine their intent in building Meridian, and partial translations only serve to provoke concerns. Research is ongoing.
What does this mean, Sam?
The language is imprecise, or perhaps too precise, but the potential capacity of Meridian is clear.
Unlimited. Can't believe all that happened. And they say you're the one to thank.
Okay, Suvi.
Meridian, huh? I see it every day, and I'm still amazed. We're really starting to put down roots. It's wonderful. Did I tell you? The team's working with the Angara to set up a joint research body.
Cool.
That sounds exciting.
I know. I can't wait. Us helping them helping us. Can you imagine what we could accomplish? I'm getting all misty just thinking about it.
So when's the party?
Joint research body, cooperation with the Angara? You're planning a party, right?
Of course. Nothing builds a team like a good whiskey and a laugh. You'd better show up, Ryder. We wouldn't be here if not for you.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Actually, I want to talk to PB last. So let's just... Lexi!
Still standing?
Still standing.
Then I did my job. Somehow. Nothing more need be said.
Thanks.
There's one thing. Dr. Lexi DePero, thank you.
Yeah, that did it. You jerk. Go on. I've a reputation to protect.
Okay. Kill.
I didn't organize anything.
Not this. Landing day. That was worth jumping galaxies.
Okay. Kill.
Hey, Ryder. So, this is supposed to be a celebration, right? You getting used to any of this yet? Meridian? The dream becoming a reality?
Got a long way to go.
We're not done by a long shot.
Come on, try to ease up a little. Enjoy the win. But, so you know, I've got the Tempest topped out and ready. You want to blow this hot dog stand? Just say the word. Callow's out there somewhere, time one on. If we're really sneaky, he won't even notice we're gone.
Who's flying then? You?
Why the hell not? I'm a quick study. How hard can it be?
Not with my ship, buddy.
Mess with somebody else's ship.
And how about the Nomad? Just one
No.
small planet.
No.
Ugh, guess I'll just have fun.
What do you think? Okay, PB's to the other side, but let's just take a look. Does anybody else need something? And then we can actually dance. Hi.
Hiya. Well, hello.
Hello yourself.
Eyes front, try not to swoon.
Ditto.
I want even more.
I need proof. Soon. Well, let's get this show on the road. Meridian looks great, but, you know, been there.
What? Try to enjoy it at least a little bit.
Hey, this was a big accomplishment. It's important to enjoy it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm proud of us. Helios is changing, and will be for a long time. I'm just antsy. Don't want to miss a thing. Oh, I almost forgot. Kalinda sent a congratulatory message. She was angling for an invitation, I think. Denied.
Hope you didn't turn her back into an enemy.
Oh, you're always so serious. Enjoy the moment. We're here to celebrate. Remember?
You're gonna get it.
What am I gonna do with you, PB?
I'll send you a list. For now, you're right. The galaxy isn't going anywhere. Let's have some fun.
Okay, let's dance. It's the same dance like on Kadara. Okay, nice. Return to the Tempest to continue exploring. Alright. Reka.
Making a quiet exit?
Ah, very emotional.
Figured I'd leave before I teared up. No one needs to see that.
I expect that honesty is part of what draws them to you. I tried to think of a way to honor what you did. Some protocol. There isn't one. Your father invented this rule, but you defined it.
Let's go exploring.
This is great and all, but it feels weird to be on a ship that isn't moving. We're explorers. There's more to see out there. Let's go find it.
And done. Nice.
Sam.
What?
That's
100% viability on all known UN.
Yes.
Pathfinder. Please access the Tempest VidCon for an important update.
Tempest VidCon.
Okay, we got another little mission. And we got some more mails. Okay, let's start with you and Meridian from Carrie. Ryder, are you alright? The reports from Meridian are a little... No, they are terrifying. Please, can you drop by the Nexus? I just want to see you are okay. Love, Carrie. Okay. Interesting find from Callow. Hello, Ryder. Liam found this on the Nexus message board and I thought it might amuse you. Attached is a vintage watercolor style painting of the Tempest grounded on Meridian, with Callow posing heroically in front of it in a scarf and old style flight goggles. Cool. I didn't imagine anyone knew what I looked like. You are the famous one these days. It's rather fetching though. If I can get a clean copy, maybe I'll put it up somewhere. Don't let it go to your head from PB. I know you've got a million people shining you on right now, so I'm here to talk you off the pedestal. We are not done, Buster. There's a galaxy of secrets out there, and I'm gonna go get them, with or without you. Your call. So, lap up the praise, but do it quick and get your ass back in gear, Buster. So much more to do from Liam. Things I wrote as we walked away from Meridian Control. This is the best sunlight I've ever felt. Goddamn, the Hyperion hit hard. But it's home now. Holy shit. All these people are home now. I'm gonna walk this whole sphere. Wonder if there's fish. Can we make fish? We brought fish. What's in that star? I think I'm going to cry and it's great. Tomorrow will be great. Let's go exploring. Instead of a list of media, there's just home as a header and a bunch of blank entries to be filled in later. Thank you from Vetra. Guess what? They want to name a gun after me. They might do one for everyone on the Pathfinder's crew. Can you imagine the lines? You're trying to be funny. Nix that. Sorry. I need to work on my one-liners. Okay. Good news from Suvi. Dear Ryder, I thought you'd like to know that the science team has decided to name our first Helios Milky Way plant hybrid after you. It's not exactly viable yet. About 90% of them die shortly after germination, and those that survive tend to be sterile. But we're getting there. Okay, I just read this over, and I feel like it could almost be taken as an insult, but I swear it's not. Ah, Suvi. Ah, funny. Communication from Zhao. In case you haven't seen the reports, celebrations are breaking out on Aya and Haval. People are walking with the lightness to their steps. And there is even more laughter than usual. Recruitment for the Resistance has never been easier. On Volt, while the Cat are in disarray, we will take down their bases, one by one, until they are gone from the planet forever. People hope that one day the Vassal will be a thing of the past, and that all worlds will be like Aya. Change is coming for the Angara and the humans. We are lucky to have each other. At least, that's what Evra said. No, he really did. Little hiccup on Kadara from Christmas Tate. Who the hell is Christmas Tate? Hey Pathfinder, minor problem here at the outpost. Probably nothing, but I might need you to look into it for me. Fair warning, it's a little weird. I'll tell you more when you get here. Outpost detail. I don't even know where that outpost is. Good work from Cora. We secured Meridian, gave the Archon hell, and made the cluster bloom. No Huntress team could have done better. That's because of you. I'm proud to have been your second through all this. We didn't need golden words, after all. Just the right person for the job. Thank you. Ah. Thank you, guys. So kind.